Good morning. This is Pastor Jason of Kona Faith Center with a word for today. And the word for today is responsibility. Seeing the beauty and complexity of creation carries with it the responsibility of acknowledging the Creator as both powerful and living above natural order. Wow. Disbelief in the Creator requires an act of rebellion against common sense. Responsibility means having a duty or a moral or legal obligation. As people, we have lots of responsibilities. In fact, I have so many responsibilities, it's difficult to follow through with all of them consistently. I think Romans chapter 1 helps us understand how to be responsible for all of our responsibilities. God shows himself, reveals himself to all of creation. If we take care of our first responsibility, which is to acknowledge that he is God, to acknowledge that he is the unlimited creator, to acknowledge that he is all-knowing, to acknowledge that he is all-powerful, to acknowledge that he is love, to acknowledge that he is merciful, to acknowledge that he is just, it leads us to our second responsibility, which is to acknowledge that he is right and I am not. And then I can offer the sacrifice of a broken and contrite heart for my sins, for my failures. And I can ask for God, because he loves me, because he is merciful to me, to forgive me my sin and to create in me a clean heart and a right spirit. This acknowledgement of my sin turns me away from sin. This acknowledgement of sin turns me to God, which puts me in position to act on my third responsibility. My third responsibility is to ask for and receive the wisdom necessary to be completely truthful. Say what? Completely truthful? Well, the word is truth. And the word says that if we lack wisdom, all we have to do is ask for it in faith without doubt. The responsibility to be completely truthful with ourselves, puts us on a path that leads to everything that will make living our lives pleasing to God. Completely truthful. Who can do that? I use the term intellectual honesty for this concept. Intellectual honesty is the attitude that is expressed by a mind that is continuously learning, continuously growing, that challenges every assumption, and when faced with truth, will change not only thinking, but action to line up with that truth. Intellectual honesty is a commitment to truth in every area, in every aspect of life. It is a difficult and narrow path because it allows every assumption to be confronted. And when confronted with truth, makes the change to be in harmony with the truth. Intellectual honesty is almost non-existent in our current society, and yet intellectual honesty is a responsibility every person has. The responsibility to acknowledge God for who he is, the responsibility to acknowledge who I am, the responsibility to ask daily for the empowerment of being completely truthful, of being intellectually honest, puts us in a position to reasonably, naturally, comfortably respond to the responsibilities we have to live the moral lives that please God. The word for today is responsibility. God bless. Check in tomorrow.